FiiO was founded in 2007, and their first offerings were very low-price portable amplifiers. Today, FiiO has seen tremendous growth in the market, and this has seen them grow their product range to cater to the increasing demands of their buyers. Since the company's inception, FiiO has been known to provide affordable, functional, well-built, and most importantly, good-sounding products. Today, I review the FiiO A3, also known as FiiO Kilimanjaro 2, 11K. In this video, I break down the FiiO A3 design, sound, packaging and accessories, specs, and more. For any portable headphone amplifier to work well, it has to be unobtrusive. This means it has to be small and compact, roughly the size of a smartphone. The small size makes it easier to slide a portable amplifier into a pocket or bag with minimal effort. Luckily, with the FiiO A3, that is no problem. The A3 is a rectangular block but features slightly beveled edges and curves somewhat on the sides and bottom. The shape resembles a drinking flask because of its rounded design around the edges and the volume potentiometer knob that is surrounded by two protruding metal pieces at the top of the amp. Though the curved design of the amp feels good in the hand, it is not well suited for stacking. The build quality is great and features an aluminum alloy body casing that is smooth to the touch and weighs in at only 92. Overall, the build is superb and has a feeling of indestructibility to it. The design is gorgeous, though it would have been better to have one end flat for easy stacking. The FiiO A3 comes with three main controls. One is the ALPS potentiometer, volume knob that is nicely centered on top of the amp and nestled between two raised aluminum arms. This design makes it harder to destroy the amplifier if you accidentally drop it. On the sides of the volume knob, the A3 features two flicker switches, one on each end. The two flicker switches are low/high gain switch and a bass boost that also has two settings on and off. When using the amp, there is no right or wrong way of using these switches as long as you like the sound of your music. Once you have everything set up, you can try and experiment on the two settings to see which you prefer. Flipping the bass boost gives your music a stronger low-end presence. The default setting of the gain switch set at low gain, and I would advise you to keep it that way unless your earphone/headphone is not loud enough at maximum volume. Then you can set the switch to high gain. It is also worthy of knowing that most amplifiers perform worse when the gain is higher, and thus, it comes as no surprise that low gain is the default setting. On the top side of the FiiO A3 amp, there is the micro USB charging port, a line-in port and a headphone out port, 3.5mm ports. Though the ports are straightforward to use, having them on the opposite side of the volume control is a little awkward and troublesome at times. The 3.5mm ports are steady and after use seem they can handle pretty much anything. Though the 3.5mm is suitable, I think a 6.3mm jack would have opened up a lot more options. However, with the compact design of the A3, a larger jack might not have been possible, or this might be me being nitty-picky here. Other than the ports, there is also a blue LED light that flashes blue when charging the amp and solid blue when the amp is on. Though the indicator works fine, I wish FiiO had used different colors to indicate different status. Like they could have used blinking red for charging, steady red for errors, steady green for charging, and steady blue when the amp is in use. Though compact in size, one of the FiiO A3 best selling point to me would be the extensive battery life. The battery takes around 4 hours to charge and can provide about 16 hours of continuous playback. In testing, the FiiO A3 did not disappoint and delivered pretty accurate results compared to the 16-hour mark stated by FiiO, which was impressive. Admittedly, it is better, in terms of battery life, compared to other expensively priced FiiO portable headphone amps like the FiiO Q5, which offers just over 8 hours of battery. With 16-hour battery life, the FiiO A3 is very well suited to be a portable headphone amp. With this juice, you can listen to several albums all day without worrying running out of charge. However, if the amp runs out of charge and you are near a power source, you can charge the amp while still listening to your music. For output power, the FiiO A3 headphone amp uses the OPA 1642 as a preamp, and for its power amp, it utilizes the AD 8397. The given impedance range the FiiO A3 can drive effectively start from 16 ohms and up to 150 ohms. In testing, while the FiiO recommends a range of 150 ohms, I tried to run the Sennheiser HD600 with the A3, and the amp can drive the headphone, though not as effective as it should be with higher output amps. With the volume cranked up to a maximum, the headphone gives a range of 9 dB. Flicking the gain switch to high would add another 15 dB, which makes it 105 dB, which is more than you will ever need unless you fall into a special category. However, with that said, it is better to play it safe and use the FiiO A3 with a headphone or earphone that falls under the recommended impedance range. Luckily, most earphones and headphones fit into this range. The primary job of a headphone amp is to amplify the audio signal from a playback device with as low distortion as possible. If a headphone amplifier is doing its job correctly, then there should not be any adverse effects on the treble, mids, and bass. So, how does this amp sound and how much sound improvement can you expect over your inbuilt amp? Though there is no simple answer because it will depend on different aspects like the quality of the recording or the source, etc. However, one thing you can be sure of is the sound will always improve. Let's see how the FiiO A3 fared on my tests. Though the overall sound of the amp comes out as richer and fuller with more energy, the amplifier does an outstanding job in maintaining the sound signature of different headphones I tried. The overall sound of the amp I would categorize it slightly towards the warmer side. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe this channel and leave your comment in the comments section below. What do you think about this particular model?